So I'll be going through how this system actually helps the admin, the supervisor, and then the ticketer um, on in the company, because this is a very big system and I can't go through each of what each of these pages does, because it's just too big. But I'll actually explain the vital ones, which are what affect the admin mostly, is which POS top up went to, and then on the remittance part, how did the ticketer remit their money? Is it cash or transfer? If it's cash, who did they give the cash to? And then on their sales report, how much did they close with? How much is their closing balance and how much is their opening balance? So, and how much is their total sales? So we can know the remittance and then we know if they have or not. So that's just the vital part of the system and of the company and what the admin actually looks for. So I'll be explaining that. So now we have the available float of 272,500. Let's just say this is the amount that is actually available. And this is what I've been done before, because I'll be doing allocation since, so to test the system and everything again for today. So for this 300, this actually shows how much is in the POS as at now. And for confirmation, we see that when we go to the POS device, this Tunde's POS and this ticketer for Tayo Lademi, this is the current money that is in the POS. So tracks the money that is actually in the POS. And for now, it's actually at these two POS that's active as at today, as at now. And then when we go to, let's go back to the float ledger. So now this money is there, and then this outstanding for supervisor is actually if the ticketer gave the supervisor cash. So it's going to show how much cash is here. And then this in sync actually helps the admin to know that, okay, this the system is not in sync, like there's a wrong figure somewhere. So during this time, the admin can go to this audit log and actually check what went wrong. But mostly, if the ticketer doesn't try to do um like under remit and stuff like that, the system, though the system always track them too, but most of the time this will always be in sync. So remitted today, this actually shows how much is being remitted as at today, not overall, but as of today. So now I'm going to go to the implementation to actually show how it works. So these are just the history of what I've done today, but we are going to add more. So now I'll go to the supervisor, because it's the supervisor that actually allocates all this top up. But before I even go to the allocation of top up, they might ask, you might ask that, okay, how does this actually come in place? It comes from this top up which the super admin can add to the system, like collecting top up um from Lamata. So firstly we collected 2 million and then we collected 1 million, that is 3 million. And if you add 3 million to money that is actually in the POS, we see that we get 3 point that is 3 million 2,500. And you might ask, how come we now have extra 2,500? It's actually for the fine payment made by this ticketer that actually fine, which the system auto find them. And it's for this 1 5 and this 1 5. This is just for the history of today. So for 1 5 and 1 5 that they paid, that's how we get this 2 5. And then for the 1 5, and then that's how we get added this 2 5 with this. So we are going to do more experiments, so we see how it's actually work. So now let me log out and then log in as supervisor. So, sorry. Yeah. So login login as the supervisor so we can allocate funds to the ticketers. Then I go to the front ledger. Then I'll just say, oh, okay. Sorry, I should close this account because I've not closed the account as of when I was doing this sales report. So as when I was doing this stuff, I don't close the account. So close the account so it doesn't add up to this. Okay, it is being closed. Sorry, it has been closed, but the supervisor has not accepted it. So let me accept it from the supervisor side. This stuff is going to be very fast now. So let me drop it here. Don't have issue. So this is for the sales, but I'm just going to accept. I'm not going to explain it now, but after I do the float ledger. So now let's allocate fund to this ticketer. Let's just say 400,000. And let me see. Remain 2 more 0. So 400,000. That's correct. So now we are allocating 400,000 to this to the ticketer, which has actually shown here the former balance and then the new top up 400,000. So you can track how much was in the POS before. Then let's sign out to go to the ticketer space to actually view this top up that's been given. This. So I'm not using the other guy own because he has 300,000 before. So I just want to do a first thing so we see the full flow. So now you can see we have active session 400,000 which I'll be giving and this 400,000 here. These are just his previous sales, but let's just mark this stuff here 900,000. So after he does the sales report, this stuff should quiz. Okay, so now let's just say he has finished the day. We want to remit the cash, but let us first go to the sales and close his sales report first. So now the system ought to give him the opening balance, which is 400,000, and let's say he sold 380. Let's say he sold 380. The system ought to calculate it for him for the closing, but he could also say that is not correct. He could write other words, but for now, let's just put it here. But if he adds more, the system ought to reject it and let's confirm. You see, because the opening balance and then it's not equal to the total sold. So closing balance, so it's actually calculating for him that this account is not correct. So now the system ought to confirm and actually calculate it for this ticketer. So now I think I'm doing a mistake. Okay, yeah, I should have closed with 20,000. Sorry, I should have closed with 20,000. So not 0. I guess like this. So doing a mistake here. Okay, okay. Yeah. Okay, that is correct now. And as you can see, top of 400, opening balance 0, top of 400, sales 380, closing 200, and spending for supervisors confirm for supervisor to confirm. Now, before we even go there, now let's remit this cash that we sold. Now, we know this do happen where okay, let's just give the supervisor 100,000 cash. 1, 2, 3. Okay, remain 2. This 100,000 cash. So we select the supervisor, but on a normal and we should have a lot of supervisors here. So you just click the one that you gave the cash to, and then click submit, and then it shows pending supervisor. So on this part, I did a feature where the supervisor have to accept the cash. before it updates this admin that okay, the cash has been accepted. We don't have issue where the getter says, I give you five 50,000. Supervisor says 49,000. That is not complete. So once the supervisor accepted it, that is just it. So that one clears that part. So we are still going to add more remittance because we just only did 100,000 and then it's meant to 80. So now this, and for transfer you can add the image of your transfer, that is the receipt of your transfer. Then so for the image, you can click, let's just choose any image here. Let's just choose this image. Let's choose this image, and then when we choose this image, we do okay, okay, sorry. I've selected the image and then we are expecting 280 now. Let's just say now deposited 278, meaning it's out of 2000. So the system doesn't calculate anything now because the sales report has not been verified by the supervisor, and then this the sales have not been verified by the supervisor for the system to know that okay, this is the variation and everything. So now let's go to the admin part to actually let it see the status of the system. So you could see the status of the system. So now with this view, it could trace how the money actually moves. Now he knows that okay, 100,000 is with the spending supervisor, and then this 278 is actually remitted. So now he's waiting for the sales report, and he can come here to actually check the sales report, which is actually pending also. So with this place, he can check the sales report or actually verify it. But for now, he could not verify this stuff because only the supervisor that can verify for now to make the system audit everything. But on stage where the supervisor doesn't have maybe due to one or two issue, he could verify it for the supervisor. But for now, the supervisor that will do that part. So now let's log out back and go to the supervisor's part. So this is supervisor. So this for the supervisor, and then the supervisor come to remittance and say that okay, 100,000 has been given to me, and this is where he's going to accept it. Once it's accepted, he could, when he get to the bank, he can click deposit. I've deposited. So once you click it, you could put the reference, and if not, you could just press OK, and it shows that it's been deposited. And all this stuff is updated live. So if you're on your device, you always see the alert that this stuff is happening, is happening. Okay. So now he knows this 380 this 278 is pending. So now he knows um 380 is total outstanding debt, meaning 20,000 as closing balance. So the system automatically now expecting 380 due to him accepting these sales. Him accepting these sales. So sorry, let me accept these sales first. Sorry. So now the system auto to know that okay, this is the outstanding debt 380, which he has already got the sales report, and this is 380 that we are expecting from him. Then from this part, you can calculate 278, which plus 100,000, which he actually deposited, that is 378, meaning there's 2,000 variation. So now there's a variance of 2,000, but we are still going to go deep. How the system even actually give it more alarming alert on it, so admin can actually see it more. So now you can view the receipt if you want. This just just an image of another distance. So now this is just another image, but let's just say this is the receipt. This is how it's going to view the receipt and check if it's actually um clear or something else, and you can download it. You can view zoom it, and you can unzoom it, you can rotate it. It just depends on which choice the supervisor or admin wants. So now we accepted this stuff and then spending. Okay, so now let's just go to the sorry. So now let's go to the admin. So for the admin page now, for this ticketer, because now the ticketer is still having 380 because the admin has not accepted this 100,000 that supervisor deposited. It has not confirmed that okay, I've seen this money. But if they confirm it now, see his debt actually reduced to 280. Now, if we confirm this also and view the receipt, as they view the receipt and say okay, it's correct, then confirms it also. Now the system actually say 2000 is shorting. So now the system knows that okay, this person who is having 2000 shortage, we know it's him. So at this point, the supervisor can call or the admin can call and say, okay, where's your 2000? And the system does not auto debit him or for or fine him for this shortage because there's late remittance and there's shortage, fine for shortage. But for the late for the fine for lateness is going to be auto calculated because as at now that I'm doing the video is 7:19 and for this location because this system is actually very deep. So let me just say this location that Dia actually worked is supposed to close by 12. So the submission, the sales report have passed this time, and the extended time that they that the admin gave was for late submission 2 hours grace upward. So after this 2 hours, it's supposed to be 2 o'clock, but now we are in 7, so the system auto find him for late remittance and we see it in this fine. As you can see, late report submission has been fine. So let's just put it in a scenario where if he actually did the late remittance and late reports, the system auto find him. So that's for the that's for that one. And now the system knows that this 2000 is shortage, and you can call him and ask him to pay. And if you say he's still paying or it's just network else. So with this, it eliminates the urge for the ticketers to actually have more shortage because now they know there's a system that quickly detects it. So reduce the urge and it calculates. There's just lots. So this video cannot cover it up. So um and with this you can still check the history and everything for the sales. And for the sales page you can still check who is actually working hard, the highest sales reports for that, and it's just many more because there's just a lot of stuff to talk. So let me just go to the ticketer side. Let's look at the ticketer view. So we see how ticketer actually see all these details. So let's log in for the ticketer. So for the ticketer, has increased. As I said before, it was 900, now 280. That's its sales. 280 meaning it's added. So this is it. Today's sales. So now it shows opening balance 400, top up receipt 400. This opening balance is actually this, but because this just it doesn't have a closing balance before, so this top up is just being added to it. So that's why we have opening balance here. And expected, okay, sorry, this no, this one was the previous sales for the previous accounts that I did before. So that was the one I closed before. So 400 plus 400, that's 800, and we can see it from this part here. So um okay, this is for the allocation that we did, 400,000. And then what again? And this for the closed one. So let me just show you the other one. So on this part 700, on this part 200, top up opening balance 200. Okay, I think we are adding this stuff to opening balance here. So opening balance, and that is just for this one. Then we go to the transactions, and then for these transactions, it shows all the transactions that he have done today, one that he paid and one the top up that he received. And you can see here also top up and how much that he has paid. And then for let's just go for the reconciliation. That is just the major one I'm trying to show. So for this reconciliation now, you can see that it's telling him that he has shortage of 2,000. And if he doesn't pay, it becomes violated, which incur a fine, meaning after 24 hours. But for now, it's still under the after the day, because this is remittance expectation. And what again? And for these sales, you can see their total sales. These are total sales, and their closing balance as of today is 20,000. This is the highest sales they have made, and you can see their sales history in time of issue of calculation. And during that WhatsApp time, this actually eliminate all those needs for scrolling through those WhatsApp and details of lot of tests. You can just see your sales history. And then for this commission, it show them their commission. So as at now, the net total is 11,020 naira. And then if you see it, this is the total sales he has made. But if you remove the fine and then the shortage that he has, this is total net sales. So the system want to calculate his sales. So this help the ticketer in calculating the sales, their history and everything. So it's just much, because even the supervisor there's lot, and then the admin part. But let me just end this video here. So I'll be hoping to hear from you, sir. So it's just the video. Now, thank you.